We let ourselves be influenced by those who said that we could find security through isolation. The confusion in our way of thinking is apparent in the slice of public opinion.
Another war, not for me. This time America should keep out, and I know I will.
If war breaks out in Europe, I think that this country should heed the advice of its first president and avoid all foreign entanglements.
I haven't the slightest idea of European affairs.
In the event of war in Europe, I think we should stay out of it entirely.
And all our efforts should be made to keep out of the fight. Let Europe fight her own battles. They mean nothing to us.
We should mind our own business. By all means, no.
Yes, fight.
No.
No.
Yes. If my country calls, yes.
No.
We simply did not want to understand that our individual and national problems were, and always will be, dependent upon the problems of the whole world. And we had individual and national problems to worry about, plenty of them, just as Germany, Italy, and Japan had. But we faced them in a democratic way. We passed laws to give working men a chance to improve their lot. We established an insurance program for those without jobs. We began to give old folks protection against want and hunger. We organized the CCC to provide our young men with healthy and useful employment. A federal works program came into being and changed the face of our nation with new roads, bridges, schools. We built great new dams which brought the miracle of electricity to millions of our people. These were some of our accomplishments, but there were others not so creditable. We turned our backs on the League of Nations. We passed the Tariff Act to set a higher wall of isolation around us. We encouraged lawlessness with the farce of prohibition. But in spite of these mistakes, we never had a thought of losing our free institutions. John Q. Public still ran the country. He had his choice of voting for Dewey, Wilkie, Roosevelt, or anybody else. In Germany, they had the choice of voting for Hitler, Hitler, or Hitler.
When the result was announced, it was clear. Russia's parliament will remain Putin's parliament. United Russia, the party backed by Vladimir Putin, had won, followed by 3 other parties which support him. The authorities here promised that this election would be honest, transparent and fair. But the webcams told a different story. Keep an eye on the official who's seated. When she thinks no one is looking, she takes a pile of ballot papers. The woman in black tries to cover her as she stands at the ballot box and stuffs them in. At the call centre of election monitoring group Golos, the phones rang off the hook. People calling in all day to report voting fraud they'd witnessed.
Books being burned in other countries, he would have laughed if anyone had told him his books would ever be burned. On Sunday, if he felt like it, John Q. went to any church he pleased. Being trained to kill, John Q's kids were giving their pennies to help them have life.